Hey people, into tier 3v3 faction war. This is Esteel Province and Space Marines versus Eldar. For the blue Space Marine team we have two Techmarines. First up is RedBeard with some Ultramarines here, and we have Bruce Campbell with some more Ultramarines. These guys fight in ranged combat by default, putting out some good damage, can also support with structures and repair. Alongside Dark Riku with an Apothecary support hero fighting in melee combat by default, begins with a heal and a passive health regeneration aura using the Ultramarines elite scheme. Are the other ones elite scheme? Yes, I think they are. Red Eldar team, RedRe Venge with a Warlock. We also have AssMan rocking a Warlock here with the Exarch elite scheme. These guys are melee spellcasters that leap into combat, some powerful disruption and support. And alongside, round off the teams is YZ with a Warp Spider Exarch, teleporting hero fighting in ranged combat by default, great for capping and harassing with some powerful control abilities. The Techmarine did get that central wreck point, but took some damage doing it. I think it was worthwhile. I was alongside that Apothecary, so get some nice healing aura going on. Howling Banshees all round, although YZ's Banshees came out a little bit later. Might go around for a flank. Always try to flank with your Banshees. I mean, it sounds obvious, but yeah, should have gone around maybe. I mean, they still would have been seen, so maybe it would have been worth it. These guys are on these tactical marines here. Their power weapons really good at slicing through heavy infantry armor, getting bonus damage against them. Those guys retreated back to the bunker. Scouts coming in with shotguns now, but are persuaded to leave. More scouts now. RedBeard. Those Dire Avengers are pretty low. Oh jeez. Grenade went into the bunker, and I don't think those tactical marines are getting away. They are wiped. Rough start for RedBeard. Meanwhile, Apothecary almost went down. Goes for the customized Stormbolter really quickly, actually. I'm not expecting this thing up so quick. Usually expect shotguns up first or something. Really wants to deal with those Warlocks, I suppose. And they are going to get a triple cap here. The Eldar scouts falling. Those were Dark Riku's second scout squad, I think. Unless Bruce Campbell had three of them, I didn't actually see. Turret goes up on the power. You can get around it, as you can see, but won't make it easy to bash if they get in there unopposed. More tactical marines coming out for RedBeard. Rangers for RedRe Venge. Sniper infantry with some good support abilities. This Warlock is very isolated here. Not sure what they're going to be able to do. Jump on a scout fella, that's what he can do. RedBeard is able to take back that side. Banshees back out onto the field though. These guys with that very effective grenade. Oh, a guarding weapon team Shuriken Cannon. Oh, takes down the Techmarine here. That was Bruce Campbell's. This guy's taking ranger shots, I think. Just saw their health fly down. Shotgun scouts are pretty low. There's full auto onto the Warp Spider's face. Basically takes him out of the fight. Banshees scare him off though. Aspect of fleetness here from YZ. You'd perhaps expect to see aspect of strength against Space Marines. Help counter early Razorbacks and stuff. More aspect for the other Dire Avengers. No aspects yet for RedRe Venge's Howling Banshees though. Shuriken trying to bash the power, it's not very good at it. Bruce Campbell's triple scouts here. An unusual build against Eldar, to say the least. Two of them have sergeants for those grenades. Here comes the Warlock though. Perhaps slightly unlucky to only knock over one model, but he did jump through this wall, so we'll call it even. Warlock wants to jump on those scouts now. Here comes the mastercrafted bolter Techmarine of RedBeard. Good flat DPS output, and the high-powered shot is pretty cool too. Eldar are piling on the pressure here. Shotgun blast. Not super useful, those guys were backing off anyway, but I guess it delayed them getting to the Techmarine here. You always want to try and time those shotgun blasts for when the unit is as close as possible and is obviously attacking your stuff. Put it in peril with your shotgun blast, you know. You don't really want to do it at maximum range of the shotguns. Sneaky scouts. You can see some sneaky grenades. But of course there's a risk to using your shotguns that way. Grenade is dodged, but that was only one. Still 2 grenades there to throw. And grenades are actually pretty useful for bashing power too. Kicking off towards the west side, we've got some infiltrated Banshees. Aspect of strength here for Red Revenge now. But they got messed up and had to run away. Did they eat a grenade? They might have eaten a grenade from Redbeard that I didn't see there. Because I'm blind. Still pinned back though. And no real way to deal with the guarding weapon teams. I mean, you can sneak around them like this. This is how you deal with them. But they are going to be spotted by the Rangers when they get close enough. Can they get some retreat grenade action here? No, they got a grenade on the Banshees though. And then a shotgun blast, which knocks back and suppresses. So you get like double control into one. You get that instant disruption, and when they get back up, they're still suppressed for a little bit. 314 to 480. Scouts pushing through. Can they bash? Here we go. Get close with those shotguns. They could do some bashing for you. Double rangers here for Red Revenge. Not often you see double rangers these days from Eldar. Typically they are put onto the field for their support abilities these days rather than raw damage output. They used to be way more damaging rangers and snipers in general. Was seen as a little bit toxic to deal with. Like that super high burst damage from very long range. They couldn't always do a whole lot about, so they were toned down and retooled a bit as more of a support unit. Double tax here for Dark Riku. It's a bad place for the Apothecary to be though. Could have blundered into a really bad area. The Banshees actually should have finished off the Apothecary there, but we might see grenades. Oh man, they're really bunched up for grenades too. Mistimed that a lot. That was AssMan's attempt. Did not hit it cleanly. Bruce Campbell's Techmarine must flee, and Eldar break out and are right back onto the VP here. Look how quickly they broke out, engaged, won the engagement, and are on the VP here. Eldar can be so quick. Casually dodges the grenade there. Razorback from Dark Riku. They need this thing to do some work for them. They have got to tier 2 in good time. Redbeard getting a whirlwind now. Had trouble contesting tier 1, so they've gone for that slightly quicker tier 2. The Apothecary just healed himself there. Razorback is a support vehicle, can reinforce and transport infantry around. Got a decent twin linked heavy bolter too. Doesn't suppress like other heavy bolters do, but some decent DPS against this light infantry here. Dire Avengers moving fast. Looking for a grenade, I think, but they had to retreat. Uh-oh. Knocked over. And taken out. What were they knocked over by? Was it the Rangers? It might have been the Rangers' kinetic pulse or something. Although I'm not sure. They haven't lost energy. Where are the other Rangers? Maybe it was those guys. Maybe they did it and then ran off. Well, they've got full energy too, so I don't know. Maybe it was just a special attack from the Banshees that I didn't see. Improved medical equipment from the Apothecary here. Anything else for the Techmarine? No. Maybe Bionics. Would be a decent thing to get with the Banshees getting in. Full auto on the Warlock gets rid, and here's an auto dropped in by YZ. Support sub-commander for Eldar. Really cool actually, has some passive damage resist when she's close to stuff, kind of an aura. And can jump around and heal and disrupt. Some cool weapon options too. Stone Guard veterans here for Dark Riku, loading their vengeance rounds in to shoot the generators. These guys can change their ammo to combat all targets. You are limited to one Stone Guard veteran spot though. Trying to get that power bash done, eh? Whirlwind. Disrupting the Fire Dragons, which is a good job because the Fire Dragons will wreck a Whirlwind pretty fast. Actually retreated them out there, Red Revenge. That's the Merciless Switchblade in play for Red Revenge there. Awesome weapon. Takes out a Tactical Marine. Howling Banshees be fleeing. Not sure what that buff was. What was that buff we saw there? I'm not sure. We do have the heavy gauge Death Spinner for the Warp Spider Exarch and improved target, and those guys got Fire Dragon. There was a webway over there that they got out of. The Banshees leveled up yet? I don't think any of them have leveled. No, they haven't. Uh-oh. Fire Dragons going after the Razorback. And they didn't get disrupted because they have their Dragon Scale armor. The Whirlwind didn't knock them over there, but the Razorback lives. 8 a Plasma Grenade and lives. Whirlwind is actually doing some good work here. Need some more infantry support though. Uh-oh. Kinetic Pulse setting up a Banshee push, but they did get persuaded to leave. Yeah, Whirlwind doing some good disruption over there. Look at Bruce Campbell with this scout squad. Getting some good flanks in. Can they get some good grenades though? Maybe? Maybe they've already used their grenades, so they can't chuck them again. You would think they would have thrown some grenades there. Might have been used already. What's going on in the mid? Oh, we have a Wraith Lord from AssMan. Just took down a Razorback, actually. Or something. Maybe a Whirlwind? I'm not sure what that was. That Bruce Campbell had. They've got Missile Launcher Turret, but it's not facing the Wraith Lord, so it's just going to go down. It is a free upgrade for the turret, so didn't waste any resources getting it, but it's not going to help here. 239 to 325. Looks like maybe the turret has helped keeping the power clean. I'm not sure if it has been bashed. Who's this down? It's the Warlock down. Space Marines are holding the west side, but they've all shifted to the mid to combat AssMan and his Wraith Lord. Can they get in behind to do some work? They do have Missile Launcher Tactical Marines here for Dark Riku. And of course the Stone Guard can put their Vengeance rounds in. Armor of the Apothecary and up for the Apothecary as soon as he spots that Warlock. Throws that full auto out. Not a second to breathe there. It's a good flank actually. They're going to take out those Rangers. Grenade gets these guys moving. Where's the Wraith Lord? He's gone out to the eastern edge. I killed 3 squads, says Red Revenge. Well played. Redbeard had a rough time. Sorry, Bruce Campbell, I suppose, had a rough time. I think Redbeard also lost some stuff. Not sure what exactly Red Revenge took out. I think it must have been against Redbeard stuff. It's AssMan that's on the east side. Grenades, miss. The grenades haven't been on point in terms of retreats. The Eldar fellas. Whirlwind again. Can't quite hit those Banshees. They are jumping over things. No war gear. Yeah, no war gear for this Techmarine, eh? 215 to 309. Eldar are in a strong position here. Power's being bashed. Units are being picked off here and there. I think Dark Riku has preserved their stuff. I think completely. But the others have had some issues, let's say. Those scouts, I believe, are going to make it out. Wraith Lord is tying up its biggest threat, which is this missile launcher. Stone Guard switched to Vengeance. There we go. Oh, those guys ducked into the Razorback. Can they get a shot and then get back in? Maybe. Oh, they didn't get back in. There we go. It's getting some repairs. That's a weird place to chuck grenades. The Wraith Lord does have the Bright Lance, so it was a big threat to that Razorback, but they got it done. That's good play from Dark Riku. But here come Banshees. And they don't have their Exarch. They would have had their Spear, and they would have probably taken out the Razorback by now with a couple of hits. But it has survived. That's Distort Field up on them. I'm not sure why they would invest. Yeah, why did they go after it when they didn't have the Spear? AssMan is down to a single unit. Wow. Got hit very hard. Are these guys even going to get away? They did get away. Eldar are dominating the other side though. AssMan got 2v1'd. And Autarch falls. That was YZ's Autarch. She turned into bits. Those shotguns are pretty powerful, it turns out. This is Redbeard's Techmarine down. Land Raider Redeemer on the way though. There it is. 152 to 309. Do we have any tier 3 Eldar? We have YZ going tier 3. We have Wraithguard on the way now for AssMan. Power's being hit by Bruce Campbell and Dark Riku. But yeah, they're not going to get this VP back with just Redbeard over here. Here's the Land Raider Redeemer. Flame Storm cannons on the sides. Twin linked assault cannon and a multi-melter on the top. Not to mention, it can shoot grenades out the front, which is pretty fun. With the frag assault, acts as a retreat point and reinforcement point, so it's massive in terms of infield support. Can change games. We've seen it happen so many times, especially in faction wars, when it's, you know, triple Space Marines huddling around it with Apothecary support as well. As a level 5 Apothecary now with 240 energy to power the armor of the Apothecarian. Level 6 now. Techmarine's back to his feet. Now he's got 255 energy. Another Land Raider on the way for Bruce Campbell. Things have got very interesting now. Especially since these guys do not have any Eldritch Storms available. There's the frag assault. Looks like it mostly missed. Razorback has been amazing for Dark Riku. It's fully healed up now, up to level 3. Really allows him to get back and forth and support both sides. Oh, it's a good grenade on the Eldar stuff. It's a big retreat there. But AssMan is back on the VP, as you can see. And Wraithguard are bashing power too. They don't want their power bashed at this stage just as they get to tier 3. They want to follow up with Terminators if they can. These guys are going to melee the... Oh, they're going to double grenade him, I think. And nobody died. Wow. Make some better grenades, fellas. Bashing power themselves. We got some Stone Guard veterans from both Redbeard and Dark Riku now. Dark Riku's a level 3 though. And their Vengeance rounds have got a lot better over the years. It's much more of a viable kind of hard AV, I think. It was very much soft anti-vehicle when they were first introduced. But they can legitimately take on vehicles themselves now. It's not ideal. Typically you want your anti-vehicle damage delivered in big bursts to maximize the damage you do, because you might be moving, you might be trying to dodge, you might be ducking in and out of vehicles, as we saw. You want all your damage to come at once. But they can still do some good work. Fire Prism on the way for YZ. And they got a decap there. Double cap for the Space Marines. Is there a possibility? I mean, they have double Land Raiders. There is a possibility. And Bruce Campbell is bringing it over here. Keep them separate, I would say. Keep them pretty far apart. You don't want an Eldritch hitting both of them. Yeah, this is a mistake, I think, because an Eldritch could hit both. They're way too close together. Meanwhile, AssMan continues to harass this power with a webway over there. Here are Bruce Campbell's scouts. Here we go. The scout squad is on the case, are they? Nope, they're on the west's case. Double fire dragons for Red Revenge. What do we see for the Warlock? Cloak of Shadows. Anything for this guy? Witchblade of Kernus for AssMan. Still nothing for Bruce Campbell. We do see the Signum armor though for Redbeard. Pretty solid armor. Is it 40%? Yes, 40%. There's advanced healing, just going to tank that grenade. They can just retreat back to the Land Raider, of course. It looks like they're retreating back to this one. There's that Razorback. Also provides that reinforcement, of course. Terminators now for Dark Riku and for Bruce Campbell. Wow, all of a sudden Space Marines are resurgent here. Terminators with that inspiration on kill from those Stormbolters. Cyclone missile launcher on the way. Yeah, AssMan's heavy losses in that big flank have really slowed down the Eldar. And they took their time getting to tier 3, didn't they? Seemed to be a very slow tech up from the Eldar. Not sure why exactly, or maybe they were just losing stuff too much in each little fight. And that's what Space Marines can do to you. There's masters of attrition. They can lose every engagement, but they, you know, in terms of being forced off the field. But if they're killing more stuff than you, if they get 1 or 2 models and you get none, they've got such a strong tier 3. Banshees here, level 2 for Red Revenge, are going on to And the natural VP, and this is what they need to try and do. They can't push the west side when there's 2 Land Raiders there and 2 squads of Terminators. I mean, what is their plan exactly for that? Get some Dark Reapers maybe? Red Revenge just purchased something, not sure what it was. Was it Warp Spiders? I think it was Warp Spiders. And they got inside the webway. Haywires would help deal with the Land Raiders. They're still way too close together, I think. Looks like Redbeards is moving to the mid. They might need to park one here, actually, because this isn't going to stop. These are all experienced players. They know that they need to hit the natural VP of the Space Marines here. Lots of damage on those Terminators. Fire Dragon is doing extra to super heavy infantry with that melter type damage. Those fusion guns are really are a sight, aren't they, once they get going. Got Seer Council on the field here for AssMan. Is that a Venerable Dreadnought? It is a Venerable Dreadnought. Awesome. Unique to the Techmarine. Tons of hit points. And it can charge, as you can see there. I think they need to back off this VP now, the Eldar. They need to keep moving. When they get into a fight they can't win, they need to get out quickly because they're going to take so much losses in those kind of fights. Signum armor up on the Banshees here. Goes down the Techmarine, but it's going to get revived from that place. So they got rid of the Eldar. That is Redbeard's Venerable Dreadnought. 1750 hit points, as you can see, level 1. And it's getting the plus 300 now from the Dark Age of technology. And this thing can level up, remember. It gets very close. Well, pretty close to 3,000 hit points level 4. Scouts were going for a decap, but couldn't quite get it done. Fire Prism. Oh. They have conceded the Eldar. Wow. They did not want to contest this. They have decent armies. D-Cannon on the way. Fire Prism on the way. That is a premature concede, I think. I mean, they were up against double Land Raiders, double Terminators, beefed up Apothecary. And you got to remember, these guys could have been playing literally all day. Like, for many hours, this faction war. So maybe they would have said, let's just concede, fellas. But, yeah, would have liked to see it play out. Really would have liked to see it play out. Had a warp throw up on the Warlock. Not sure if AssMan had anything else on those losses they took. Really set them back. But the Space Marines, to come back from those early losses, they teched up at exactly the right times. And really good unit choices. I think the Whirlwind that came out from Redbeard did some really good work, helping to hold that west side for a while. And Dark Riku was just grew in power. Quick tier 2 got the Razorback. Quick tier 3 and Terminator's up. And the Apothecary did really well. Well, there you have it, guys. Thank you for watching. Big thanks for these players taking part in the faction war. And thanks to Impregnable for hosting such events. I will see you next time.